Hello, people. You welcome back. This is the Nigerian Idol season 10 review. Like, I make reviews of the show each episode. So tonight is episode 4, the first of the theater week. Now, the theater week runs for like 3 to 4 weeks, where we get to see those who were selected from the auditions get to fight for a spot in the top 25, and then finally in the top 10 that is going to, go to the live shows. Now, of course, we got a welcome service from the host Ike Osakioduwa, whom had conversations with the judges, where the judges confirmed that, it was difficult for them to let go of the third platinum ticket and the only person that almost fit in was the girl who was the fourth Indomie chef. I can't remember the song she sang, and she was really good. And they went on to say that, they're expecting that those whom they've selected, who are returnees from previous seasons, are going to do them proud, although there was a bit of shakiness as to what they might get to see from them. And then we got to see where Ike welcomed those who were selected to come into the theater week, and he told them that unlike before, where they get to be paired boy and girl, boy, girl, that this time is going to be split into groups of boy bands and girl bands, and the songs they're going to be performing will be under their seats. And of course, excluding the platinum ticket winners, that is Raymo and the other guy who got the first platinum ticket of last year. Now, because those two are going to only be at the last stage of the theater week. And of course, without further ado, not in any order of performance, I'm just going to go through all the performances for tonight. Also, in case you want to watch the full video, you can either do that on TikTok right now. Go search for it on TikTok, Nigerian Idol Theater Week and their performances. You're going to see posts that some pages have made about the performance, or better still, you can go to the Africa Magic page or Nigerian Idol page on YouTube and watch the full video, because I am not putting the full videos because it is not my intellectual property. Now let's get right into it. And first on the list for tonight's audition is the first girl band, and that is I've forgotten their names. See, you guys will pardon me because I don't write the list of their names. But then these 4 ladies you're seeing on the screen, they sang a song that I don't know, honestly. Now it is showing me that I need to start learning this kind of songs just in case I get to a competition like this. But then I would say that the lady who is on the light blue jean trouser really didn't express herself. Her voice was a bit cracky. The other 2 ladies were hiding under the background of singing together. The only person who, pushed to, make a statement was Boss Lady. And then in the end, she was the only person who was selected to go to the next round. In this particular group, they were like, they were like the first male group. There was Quendon, because I can remember Quendon from like 2 other competitions at least. Then the other guy that I remember, they were saying that he was too theatrical, that he was running too much skills, that he should, the one that omawumi said that it is good that he was selling himself. Well, they sang a song that, till the end of the road, till I can't let go. It's so natural. I think it's Backstreet Boys or, Boys to Men. I can't remember. But then their singing was a flop. They couldn't sing together. Nobody necessarily stood out except the guy who was theatrical. But then even at standing out, there was just this thing that was always pushing you to be like, no. Why are you singing like this? Why are you doing it like this? In the end, they all got a no. Their whole team was sent back home. Now, in this group was the girl that the judges said that they would have given the third platinum ticket. And that's the girl with the black gown that has the golden hair, just next to the lady with the long red hair. They're singing Independent Woman by Destiny's Child. I've got it. Throw your hands up. See, just like I am mumbling and fumbling with the words, at least 2 girls in this team were fumbling with their lyrics. They did not know the lyrics at all, especially the first girl who sang. And it was just chaotic. As much as the girl who would have gotten the third platinum ticket was trying her best to fit in, to push out, it was as though the other girls were just, kicking out from one point to the other. She could not do anything. The other girls were struggling. They all have beautiful voices, but there was just this distortion. In the end, they all got sent home. In this particular boy band, there was EO, the popular skip maker, whom the judges said his voice didn't have a form of melody, but it was just an expressive voice. He knows how to use his voice. Then there was Christopher. They sang a song that I still do not know. And let me be honest, this particular team, they tried. Each person tried to push and express themselves. But then there's limited slot of 25 that the judges have to pick to go to the next round before they even choose the final 10 to get to the live shows. In the end, the judges selected EO and Christopher to go to the next round. I mean, you could see it on the face of EO that he did not expect to even go through, because it seems as though the other guy who was wearing yellow did quite much more. Like I said, I cannot remember all the names of the contestants, but definitely I would remember the one who got selected. So this particular female team, they all did well. They had times where they are four, they split each other into two, and they would express themselves, sing together. They would, sing individually and also sing to as a whole four pair, right? And I would say the person who did not even sing the most, take lead singing the most, was the person who ended up gotten picked, and that was the girl with the short gown, the gown that has a white under. Like, her name is Liz, and it was surprising to see that the judges selected her. I was even happy for her in the end. So in this particular team, there was, a group of very good singers. There was Brammy, who was in the previous season, the guy on the red. And there is Richie, the guy on the white corporate shirt, the guy with the, bulky body, he's a bit chubby. And, he was the guy I said last week or last 2 weeks, is expressional. His voice, there's just this thing about his voice. As much as it is not as dexterical as the other singers, it sends a message, and he is expressional. He sings as though he's telling a story. They sang a song that honestly I also do not know, and the guy on purple had a more flexible, expressive and dexterical voice than the other three, but in the end the judges ended up selecting just two, and it was Richie J and Brammy. And I was so happy to see that Richie J made it, especially with the comments that his vocal coach made and said, oh, Richie J has a low self-esteem. There was this tonal expression from the vocal coach as though he disliked Richie J, maybe because of his personality or something. I was disappointed, but then in his face, Richie J was selected. In this particular team was Obako, Lad, Oyax, and they honestly, I cannot remember the song they sang, but I think it's a popular song because I remember how those were sitting, that is former winners and past finalists, were really thrilled of how Oyax was expressive and the others. I was just disappointed that even though it is a group singing, they were giving points where everybody needed to sing. I mean, if when you were rehearsing you felt like you were not giving enough space to also sing and express yourself, why can't you just make mention of it, or rather ad-lib more? And that was what Obako did to himself. He did not sing more, he did not ad-lib more. He was just in the background as though he was someone who, escorted others to come and sing. In the end, Lad and Oyax made it through, the other two lost. In this particular team, there was Anda, there was Praise, there was this other guy. I've forgotten the other two names, but honestly, I was very, very hurt and disappointed by the judges that they didn't end up picking at least 2 or 3 people in this particular team. Like, this team sang so well. They were energetic. They all expressed themselves. Maybe the first person who sang was a little bit more low, but then his tonal sound was good. He had points where he expressed himself. They sang together as a team, and honestly, I was blown away and hurt when at the end it was just one person they selected, and that was Anda. I was happy for him, but then I was hurt that they didn't pick everyone. As much as this team had good looking guys, they were one of the laziest team who sang. Like, I mean, if not because of an individuality of Victor Annie's voice, this song was such a lazy song for him to sing. I mean, there was what's his name, the guy in the middle with the cap, who was in a previous season. During his audition, the judges told him he was too lax, and again he was very lax. Although he had time where he expressed himself, it was nice. The other tall guy with the white corporate shirt really did not express himself. He only had lived at one point. It was fucking boring. Please, you guys, mind my language. Victor Annie was the only person who deserved to go to the next round, only because of the beauty of his voice. Aside that, they would have sent all of them home. Like, I was bored with their performance, sorry. I think I could say this to every guy and every girl. I feel if you're in a group and it is a battle where you have to sing together as a team and also express yourself so you would see how unique you are, no matter how the song is not your type of song or doesn't fit, you need to put yourself into it. Bring out the soul of you and your voice that blends with that particular song, dive into that song and bring out the you in it. And that was what Elacentric did in this song. Elacentric is the one who was with the red and something jacket, with the black shirt inside. The other girls have beautiful voices, they can sing, but then it was as though they escort somebody to come and sing. It was like, you back up, let us back you up so that you go to the next round. In the end, she was the only person who was selected to go to the next round. In this particular team was Mechi, Uche Harmony, Dafe, and Superstar BA. Now, I can easily see that this was the second lazy group that sang. They were expressive. They tried their best. It was as though I could not see Mechi in this particular singing. It was as though he came on the show with a bad attitude, bad mood. He was just not feeling it. He didn't have a space to express himself. He did not do too much. I mean, Daffy, there were things he did I didn't like, but then he pushed. And then obviously, Superstar BA made sure to make a statement with his beautiful voice. And I must say, Uchi Harmony did well too. But in the end, they only selected 2 from this particular team, and that was Daffy and what's his name? Superstar BA. In this team, there was Lawrence, there was Greatness, and Savvy J. Now, Greatness is the tall one in the middle. I remember it was the same vocal coach that was, saying bad about Richie J that called Greatness a childlike singer, that he sings like a child. He should grown up or man up or something. I'm like, is this guy hating on some certain kind of people? I mean, Greatness has worked to be here. From the last season that he was here, where he cried and after he was kicked out, he has improved. And this particular team really did so well that I really don't know why, all 3 of them were not picked to go into the next stage. But in the end, Greatness and Lawrence made it through. Savvy J was sent home, but then he's still going to have his recording deal with Naija. See, I wouldn't lie. This was the only female group that I wished all got through to the next round because they sounded really, 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 really good together. They all had time to express themselves. And in the end, it was even the person that I expected least because she didn't have more space to do more stuff. She got picked, and that was Perp, the lady she was the one in the on the jean, overall. And even her herself, she was quite shocked. They sang No Scrubs, but it was beautiful to hear. This competition is very tight. This particular team had Dami Hills, had Omike, and these other two guys, I've forgotten their names. Please, you guys should forgive me. These guys, they were having issues blending with each other. They sound nice, they sound good because they have beautiful voices. But then it was boldly only Omike who, who expressed himself. Whatever he had to work with, he worked with it very well. And in the end, every other person was sent home and he was selected to the next stage. I mean, even himself, he was shocked because he felt, the others were also as good a singer. This will be the second team of female group that I wished all of them got to make it to the next round. Like these girls, they all had time to express themselves. Their voice was beautiful. Their harmony was beautiful. Like I really loved them. But then again, the judges only selected two. And that was Sally and, the other lady who had the golden hair behind with the jacket. I've forgotten her name. It was just sad to see these things are painful. Oh. Like, I don't know how I would feel if I was there and getting no. Last to perform, but not the least, and the only male team to get an all yes was this team of Jack Nova, Sapphire, and the other guy who had the guitar, the one with the durag. These guys sang this song so beautifully. Every person had a place to express himself. When they sang together, it was a beautiful harmony. I was like, what the hell? Like literally, they had standing ovations. People were clapping. The judges were, the judges just had to look at each other and was like, you know what? All of you are going to the next round. It's a yes. Having watched this particular episode, all I can say is this show is going to get tougher, more strict, and with the judges always repeating the fact that they want to make a statement with this season, season 10. Every housemate, every contestant have to put in their best foot every time they perform, or else this season might end up being the boring season because we have as much beautiful singers and as much lazy singers, and that's not what we want to see in the competition. Anyways, that's all I have for you on this particular episode. I'll bring you episode 5 next week, so stick around and I'll see you on the next one.